guess we're here. We are in here.
Well, hello, friends. We haven't sat here like this in quite some time.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. COVID is over.
Over.
Web3. Haven't heard about that. Crypto.
Over.
Now,
NFTs over. Bored Ape Yacht Club over.
All of it.
Everyone who ruined Art Basel for the past 3 years over.
Gone. They don't have any money to do it.
You know what I did want to talk about, since I realized it's been a little over a year since we've last gathered here like this, friends.
Your makeup looks great. Sorry.
Thank you. I would love if we could tell our friends at home, what did we do? We did one really, really big thing last year as a collective. Someone want to talk about it?
Black Tech Week.
Because everyone watching may not know. So who wants to fill in our friends on the internet as to what happened in January and March and then July?
Has it really been that long?
Our last season ended right before Thanksgiving of 21.
Holy cow. Yeah, so I went from my early 40s to mid 40s. Okay, so we acquired Black Tech Week from our friends Felicia Hatcher and Derek Pearson down there at the Center for Black Innovation now. And we moved that conference from Miami to Cincinnati. We had a little over, it was over 1,000 techies. I always mess the number up. So 1,200, 1,300 people. Here in Cincinnati, we had 70 sessions, over 100 speakers. We did it in downtown Cincinnati in our kind of innovation area. And our headliner was the GOAT, Serena Williams, talking about Serena Ventures. That was wild times. And our team pulled off an amazing event. It was dope. We're going to do it again this year.
Do we want to talk about what we're doing this year? Do we want to share with our
That's for you to share. That's for you to share. That's for you to share. That I didn't plan any of that.
Well, what have you been up to, Lexi?
Well, myself and LeBron the Don, Siobhan James are just expert in all things ops. Have been planning this year's Black Tech Week. So we're glad. I tried to make a cool plural. It didn't come out cool at all. So we're bringing it back to Cincinnati. It's going to be bigger and better than ever before. But we're also, and this is just for our little Twitch Bitch community. We're not telling anyone else, just you guys, just our friends. We're also bringing it to Detroit in the fall. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Don't tell anybody yet. Because you're going to get in trouble. Don't tell anybody. Just keep it chest. And then when you guys hear it at the end of the month, you can say, well, I heard about it first because I'm a Twitch Bitch viewer. So bonus points to all of you. Maybe we'll even do some fancy, maybe Twitch Bitch, you'll get the link to purchase your tickets earlier too.
That's a good idea.
We'll do something.
You know what else happened?
What?
That everybody doesn't know about?
What?
There's someone on here that made Forbes 30 under 30.
Well, I'm not under 30, so who else could it be?
Definitely not under 30.
Okay, so that also happened last year. I guess for this year, but I was named Forbes 30 under 30 for venture capital, which is very exciting, partly because of this community. So thank you, Twitch Bitch. Because, we like to do fun stuff for our founders and our funders. And you guys know I love calling them the founder curious and the funder curious. We love providing these educational opportunities and community opportunities for us to all hang out and learn more about VC and investments. Something else happened. Actually, can we talk about this? Candace, you won a thing.
I did. I think I can talk about it. Yeah.
It's on the internet, yeah.
I was named one of the inaugural NFL change makers for the Inspire Change program. And the Bengals in the NFL were kind enough to not only get me an amazing Sam Hubbard signed black-owned jacket, and Sam just picked up that amazing fumble and ran it back for 98 yards, and 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. So me and the other 31 change makers are going to go and hang out at the Super Bowl. If we win 2 more games, I'm going to get to see my Bengals.
And if you guys don't know, if you haven't been watching the show for the past 8 seasons, Candace is the biggest Bengals fan in the history of Bengals fans that ever lived. So this is huge. We're so excited for her. We can't wait for her to celebrate and enjoy the Super Bowl. It's going to be a really great time. You guys beat the Ravens this week, right? Didn't that happen this week?
I know. I wasn't going to bring it up.
No, you're allowed to bring it up because half of our team's injured, so it's fine. It doesn't count. It just doesn't count.
Yeah, there were some ugly injuries.
Let's see. I feel like we have so many other really cool things cooking in the kitchen, but I don't think we can share all of them yet as a team. But just know there's so many cool things happening from Lightship Foundation this year. You guys know we run really great education programs on the back end. There's going to be a ton of them this year. You'll see the calendar coming out super soon. They're going to be everywhere. And then our accelerator programs are also going to be everywhere. We're doing all the fun things with all of the people building all of our great founder communities around the U.S. So stay tuned.
New cities, new opportunities. I guess maybe by the end of Twitch Pitch this season, we'll get to announce a few more.
That's the hope. So we appreciate all of you for sticking with us. Special shout out. Hey, Military Mom in Canada. I love the enthusiasm that you have already before we even started. Same thing for Suki Looser. I love the enthusiasm. Substocks 100. Let's bring it on. So with that, one other announcement I'll make. We don't normally talk about a lot of the behind the scenes back end stuff that happens, but I just want to give a special shout out. We have a new I don't even know what to call her. Producer. And she's crushing it. So if you guys haven't met her, it's our lovely Miss Kate Jesus. She's incredible. She's going to be taking us through our journey tonight for the rest of the season. And with that, if she'll let us, we'd love to get started with the show. I'm gonna keep messing up these transitions. It's been so long, guys. It's been so long.
This is not only I actually for a moment I was like, oh right, we give away money on this.
This is a real show. So guys, if it's your first time with us or it's your 100th time with us, welcome back to Twitch Pitch, the very first pitch competition that's streamed live right here on Twitch and a bunch of other cool places. What we do is every season we bring together the best entrepreneurs across the country. This season, all these entrepreneurs are graduates of the Target Forward Founders Program. They'll be pitching their startup. We have a cool video we'll see about them. Then we bring the founders on live where we ask some questions and you get to ask questions too. So everyone in the audience, regardless of where you're watching, throw your comments about the companies, your questions, your hoorahs, your cheers, your company emojis. Put them all in the comment section, and we're super excited to be able to share those and ask those questions of the teams. In addition to that, this is a totally interactive program, so there's also live voting. After we meet the companies and ask a few questions, everyone has the opportunity to vote for which company you would invest in if you had the chance to. We'll show you exactly how to do it. We'll pull up a really great number. It'll be a text line, very old school American Idol style, and you get to vote for your favorites, and hopefully they'll make it to the finale at the end of the season. What is everyone competing for? Fame, notoriety, bragging rights, but also they're competing for a cash prize of $25,000. We wouldn't be able to put this show on without our fantastic partners and sponsors. This season is brought to you by Target. The Target Forward Founders Program is an accelerator for early stage CPG companies looking to better understand retail. And it's designed to help historically under-resourced founders be the next wave of wealth building companies. And I see Tahaji's here in the chat. Hello, hello. We love all of our Target family. We're so glad that you're here to support all of these really, really great companies. And if you guys watching are interested and you say, oh, I want to know more about this program, they're doing really great things. Their applications are actually open right now for their next cohort. So for this program and for the Target Takeoff program, applications are open until February 3rd. So if you're interested, go check that out and apply to their great programs. Highly recommend. This show is also supported by the Ohio Third Frontier. They always help us keep the lights on. OTF is an internationally recognized tech-based economic development initiative that successfully changed the trajectory of Ohio's economy. Third Frontier works with innovative startup companies across the state, making Ohio the destination for tech entrepreneurs. Their robust network of resources help take advanced ideas and turn them into great tech businesses. And a new special sponsor that I didn't list originally just because I love self-promotion. We're also sponsored by Black Tech Week. Black Tech Week is the best conference you've ever been to that brings together thousands of people from around the world across industries, backgrounds, and experience levels to gather to learn together and to find their new home. So with that, we're super excited to get started. As a reminder, friends, this is a fully interactive program. So give us all the comments, all of the questions, all of the emojis. Let's get started. And with that, we are going to meet our first company. Tonight's companies are all from Target's cohort 2 of Forward Founders programs. We're going to meet 4 companies tonight. And let's get ready to meet the first company. Let's meet Bollygood.
It doesn't seem like it's working.
Yeah, you're welcome. What we could probably do, and this is just me talking out loud, we can do it live now, just audio, just you guys speaking through the slides that you see. And then we as a team will make certain that tomorrow when we get up, we will make certain that every single one of your recordings gets played, and we'll rerun some of the voting for you to make certain that you get the same shake as everybody else. So we'll work through that, but we'll make certain that your actual recording is up and live on Twitch and YouTube and everything else.
And well, actually, we could edit this entire episode. So when it goes back up, no one will even know this happened. We'll just put the videos.
It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. There are at least 10 episodes like that from before.
Okay. All right. So we just want you to just talk.
Okay, so I'll just start talking.
Absolutely. Let's go. We'll do it live.
Okay. Here I go. Well, thanks everybody for your patience. So I'm so excited to introduce you to Bollygood, the first Indian-inspired canned sparkling beverage. So I'm Maxine Henderson, CEO and founder. I'm a former electrical engineer turned beverage entrepreneur. My parents immigrated from India in the 60s to Canada, where I grew up. We had fantastic homemade food every single day. And I was also fortunate to spend most of my summers back in India. So it's those memories and flavors that I captured in Bollygood. So Alan Henderson is my favorite employee. And yes, he's also my husband. He's a retired NBA player and entrepreneur. He focuses on the operations. So while the ethnic, frozen, and hot bar sections of groceries are constantly adding Indian flavors and cuisine, the beverage aisles do not have any Indian-inspired sparkling beverages. The AAPI population in the USA has grown 90% since 2000, and the East Indian segment is the highest earning group per capita of any group in the USA. So the second problem is the US is facing an epidemic of obesity. Many consumers are searching for healthy options and are more aware of labels, but oftentimes shopping healthier means sacrificing taste. So Bollygood taps into that $336 billion carbonated soft drink market. So Bollygood is the first canned Indian-inspired sparkling beverage in North America. It's a Nimbu Pani, a beverage served for centuries in India, from street carts to restaurants to home kitchens. Its taste is similar to a grape lemonade or limeade with herbs and spices. We added a sparkling twist to this classic. It's sweet, salty, and citrusy all at the same time. So Bollygood is 50 calories, tastes great, and is a smarter choice indulgence you can feel good about enjoying. So we feel like we are unique, but as far as other sparkling brands selling good tasting products, we consider Izzy and San Pellegrino to be competitors. So we launched D2C on Amazon.com and our website, Bollygood.com. We also sell on QVC.com. Online, we sell cases of 12-ounce slim cans, and we select independent retailers have sold individual cans in the cold case and on shelf. And we utilize a co-packer to produce our cans, and we warehouse our finished goods at an EDI-capable 3PL. So we're excited. We were very excited to sell out our first production on Amazon, and we were invited back to have a second airing on QVC. So we were excited about that. So looking ahead, we are also in the process of formulating 2 additional flavors. We'll be updating our package design as we add the 2 new flavors, and we're adding 4-packs and combo packs, and we're targeting retail in 2023. We're seeking investment, and in preparation of scaling, we've identified an additional facility for production if needed. So thanks again for giving us this opportunity to share Bollygood.
You guys crushed that. Absolutely crushed it.
How many slides?
Good job.
Slides were so unnecessary.
Fantastic. Fantastic. See, stress gone.
Good. Okay, God.
Yeah,
People love you.
She
People
wasn't
love
sweating.
you.
I was.
Not at all.
All of the great comments. Everyone's so excited for you. Everyone, you did such a great job, guys. Candace, you want to get started with a question?
Yeah, I'm more of the rapid fire question asker, so I'll start with just the ones I've written down so far. Why packaging design changes? What did you learn something? Was it due to feedback that you were getting from consumers? What are the changes for?
Well, we did get a lot of great feedback on our design. We also had some from some retailers asking us if we could make it a little bit more simplified. We have a lot of paisley, we have dancers and elephants, which were all part of Maxine's memories growing up. But they thought that maybe we didn't need all that because it already shows enough that it's an Indian-inspired beverage. So people love it. We're not expecting a huge change, but we're just going to tweak. I call it a tweak.
Yeah, with our new formulations coming out, we thought new packaging, new formulation, new look. So we kind of did it all together.
What does sweet, salty, citrusy mean? I'm over here trying to figure that out.
Sure.
Like, that's very complex.
Yeah. Sure. So Nimbu Pani is known to be all those 3 things at the same time. You're supposed to taste that sweet, and you're supposed to taste the salty and citrusy. So in the drink, there's Himalayan pink salt. So that's the salty part. The sweet comes from the added cane sugar and the fruit juices and the fruits and vegetables, I'm sorry. And then so citrusy is the lemon and the lime base. One is a lime basil cumin, and the second one is a lemon ginger mint. So you get it all together.
And one more question. So you're in beverages now. Is there an idea that you'll expand out to other kind of items, maybe into food?
Yeah, that's something that we talk about a lot. Like I said, I grew up eating amazing. My mom is an amazing, she could be a chef. She's so talented. So I see ourselves branching out into other beverages, snacks, and frozen meals or meals. So yeah, all together.
Awesome. Thank you.
Brian?
I have questions about this community that you built. It seems like people are rabid about the product, that they feel strongly about it. A lot of exclamation points in your comments. So how have you been able to do that? How have you been able to cultivate that community?
You know, we really launched on our Instagram, and I really have been grabbing from micro influencers as well as macro. Like, I feel like not only the people with all the followers, but also the, everyday moms and, people who you can relate to. I feel like that's important. So I've been trying to reach out to people from all walks of the spectrum. So I think that that's helped. Anything else that we?
No, I think they just appreciate what you're doing, what you're trying to do, in a different option, and I think they like that, especially at this stage. Maxine's answers a lot of questions that come in, emails and comments on Instagram. So I think they've appreciated that, and they've been advocates for our brand wherever they are.
And then, Lexi, I think we could do a great introduction to our company, Viral, one of our portfolio companies, to help them identify those influencers.
Absolutely. So friends, if you had any questions for the Bollygood team, throw them in the chat box below. I just have one question for you guys, and I know the answer, but I want everyone else to hear it. Is sparkling a fad, or is sparkling here to stay? Right? We've seen a recent surgence. That's the sparkling category. What are you seeing?
We think it's here to stay. I mean, I think it's just something fun. You know, you feel like it's a treat, it's an indulgence. So you feel like part of the celebration. And yeah.
But I do think it's going to trend the way we're trending, with 50 calories, with less sugar, and something that you really can enjoy. I think there's a place for everything. And I think the sparkling is definitely here today, but I do think that the carbonated soft drink market will look different, say 5-10 years from now. And I think you'll see more drinks like ours with a lower amount of sugar, but still enough to satisfy a sweet tooth and be a smart indulgence for you, versus one that's just overloaded with high fructose corn syrup and enough sugar to last you for a week. So
we love it. All right, audience, this is your shot. Now is your chance. This is the big moment. If you'd like to vote for Bollygood to win this competition, text the number 1, we got a new number, to 520-542-2608. Once again, for Bollygood, text the number 1 to 520-542-2608. And you got to give them bonus points for doing that live. Come on, guys. Incredible. One quick question, though, before you go. If you are comfortable answering, do you know from Military Mom Canada, or do you know when you'll be able to start selling in Canada?
We're working on that. That's our second target area that we're looking at outside of the USA. So yeah, soon, coming soon. All
right, Military Mom Canada.
And it's my hometown, so I got to get there.
I think she also might want to know where she can get the Bollywood Bollygood swag too.
Yes, that's coming soon too.
There's so many things for small teams, right?
Yeah, 2023, a big year for us.
There you go.
We're so excited to see it all. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That was incredible.
For being troopers. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That was so great. So I'm going to pick on our next contestant. We're going to bring on Miss Shelley, if we can. I'll give her a second to get her ducks in a row. I will also give you the number one more time. If someone can comment, it would be great. But the number is 520-542-2608. And so for Bollygood, their number is 1. Once again, 520-542-2608. Now we're going to meet our next contestant who's going to do it live. And if you guys don't get that reference, like an old Bill O'Reilly joke. He had a hissy fit on the air one time about doing something live. We're going to bring on our next contestant, Shelly Ann. Listen, the audience is already rabid and wild for you too. Let's learn more about Kiss Kiss Goodnight.
I love that.
Hello,
I don't know what any of the
guys. Can you hear
companies
me?
are, so this is so much fun. We can hear you, Shelly.
Fantastic.
And you hear me? Okay, good. Thank you, guys. I'm going to jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Love it. Let's go.
All right. So Kiss Kiss Goodnight believes that eczema and sensitive skin should not be our children's new normal. And that's why we provide microbiome-friendly skincare. Skincare to help little ones develop healthy and resilient skin. My name is Shelly Ann Winokur. I am a mom of 4 and a chemical engineer, and I spent years in the industry making innovative consumer products. So I'm guessing 50% of the people in this audience have sensitive skin. And the fact is, babies are born with sensitive skin. over 50% of them will have sensitive skin their entire lives, and 10% of them will develop eczema. And the current conversation around sensitive skin is how can we manage sensitive skin, or how can we temporarily soothe sensitive skin? But when my son had eczema when he was 2 years old, I didn't want a Band-Aid solution. I wanted to transform his sensitive skin into healthy and resilient skin. So as a chemical engineer, I knew I needed to look for the root cause of eczema and sensitive skin. And that's actually an underdeveloped skin microbiome. So he simply didn't have enough of the good microbes on his skin to protect him against the pathogens that cause eczema and sensitive skin. So what's the solution? The solution was microbiome-friendly skincare that helps protect the skin microbiome. So here's an example of that. Here we have our Lullaby Melting Balm Cleanser. And we did have a demo on the pitch, so I'm going to demo it right now. And this is a unique cleanser because it's an oil-based cleanser. We are the only oil-based cleanser on the market for babies. And it has no essential oils. It needs no preservatives because it's oil-based. But the really fun part about this oil cleansing, and I've done this a million times, is that you can massage this cleanser on baby's dry skin, and it's an oil. And then when you place them into the bath water, I'm going to get this all over my computer, it transforms into a cleansing milk. So this is not a bubble bath. This is a cleansing milk. So the bath water actually transforms into a milk bath. So bye-bye bubbles, hello milk baths. So the fun thing is we also have colored versions of this cleanser for toddlers who love to, they want color, they want excitement during the bath. So that transformation is from blue to the white milk. And of course, we have our lotions, which are microbiome friendly there too, because they have a pH of 5.2, which the microbiome loves and thrives on. So how do we compare to the other brands? We are not another organic or plant-based skincare brand. We have, again, our microbiome friendly formulations are one of a kind on the market. And the moms that in our community, they have had sensitive skin their entire lives. They have managed sensitive skin. They have managed it for their older children, and they are looking for new information. So they really embrace our communication and education around the skin microbiome. And of course, our oil-based formulations and our colored formulations are a hit because they are so different and so gentle on the skin. For example, our cleansers don't strip the skin. They moisturize the skin while cleansing. And I am the formulator and the face behind Kiss Kiss Goodnight, and I've shared my stories, and moms simply trust us. Oops, I lost you guys.
We can still hear you.
Okay. I like to see you. So the market opportunity, so the baby skincare market, the baby and pregnancy skincare market is about $5.2 billion, and that's the space we play on. But in the next few years, we want to expand to include products for the entire family. As my kids are growing and I want them to continue to use our products, I want to develop products for the entire family. And that will place us in the prestige skincare market of $25 million. So currently our current traction is we have over 100,000 in revenue just through organic and bootstrapping outreach. And we've grown 250% last year. We're in 12 retailers, including Anthropology.com. And we're working right now with the detox market. So with a $25,000 investment, we would start working on those 6 products. We're actually already working on them, but speed up the progress on those 6 products that we're hoping to launch for the entire family. And that's including these jellies that I've showed you, these oil-based cleansers for the family. And again, we do all our production in-house, so we would use the investment to increase production at least by 5 times. As a chemical engineer, production is sort of our thing and my thing. And another thing is just increasing brand awareness for Kiss Kiss Goodnight. So we've recently launched on Amazon, and so we have a lot of work to do through ads for brand awareness there, and through our affiliate program, which we started last year. And that's really getting kicked off and exciting. And then through search, we have so much. And also Kiss Kiss Goodnight is beyond skincare. We want to educate parents about the skin microbiome and the microbiome in general. And I really, truly believe they love learning about it through our brand and through a mom just like themselves. So that's our pitch. Thank you very much.
You also crushed it. You came in with a live demo, your whole laptop for
I
this
know.
show.
The-
You killed it. That was
Sorry, my
Shelly.
phone fell.
I
Thank
like
you
the
so
phone
much.
call. It was awesome. You just kept going. It didn't even matter.
So authentic. So, friends, if you have questions or thoughts for Shelly,
Yes, let me know.
throw them in the comments below. We'll make sure your questions get answered tonight. Brian, you want to get us started?
Yeah, I just well, one again, thank you for being flexible, amazing. Everybody's been great tonight. Also, you also have Rabbit fans. Interestingly enough, there's a lot of folks in the chat, I think, that aren't familiar with the product, but saw it and were like, "Oh, like I need that." Like instant light goes off right every time you do one of these. So maybe you could share a little more about that. The best products are the ones where you see it and you go, "I've always needed it, I just didn't know." Right? Do you get that sense with your product?
Yes, like our demos are really, when we do live demos of our products, I mean, we draw crowds and the conversion is really, really quickly. And for us, it's how do we do more of that? How do we scale that live demo? And even with our oil-based, especially with our colored jellies, do the same thing. I could do this demo every day on my hand. It's just blue and it turns into this milk. And the beautiful, and kids love it. Like, you love it. Imagine how the kids feel. These are kids with sensitive skin and who can't do the bubble bath, and they can't do the bath bombs, which kids love, but they can't do that because their skin's so sensitive and they can't stay in the bath water long. But here's a cleanser that they can, that has that magic, that has that transformation, and they can use that, and it's good for their skin. And when they come out of the bath water, their skin is still moisturized and feels good. And that's exactly, we want to not just, we are a microbiome friendly, and science is very important to us. But as a mom, we understand that the kids need to enjoy, they want to enjoy the bath. It's an experience for them, and we want them to. So we have to make it magical for them as well.
Thank you so much.
Candace.
Okay, Shelly. So I'm a prebiotic, probiotic, microbiome, soap, deodorant, toothpaste kind of girl. So this is my thing.
Okay.
But in school, none of us learned about microbiomes.
Right.
What we are like attacked with right now are antibacterial soaps, keep it as clean as possible. Everything is overly clean, kill all things, good and bad. Could you explain to us what a microbiome is?
Right. Yes. Favorite topic. So the microbiome, and I'll talk specifically on the skin because there's a microbiome in your mouth, there's a microbiome in the gut, and the gut is talked about fairly a lot. So the microbiome in your skin is bacteria, yeast, mold, all that good stuff. And they actually help regulate the functions on the skin. You need them on your skin. They are creating peptides that protect you. They're fighting off pathogens that come after your skin every single day through whatever they're releasing, their peptides. They're also working with the oils on your skin to create nutrients for your skin. They're helping eat dead skin cells on your skin. They're sending message to your immune system in regards to your skin. So they are a function, they have a function on your skin. And what happens is through the washing, the overwashing, we are washing off all these microbes on our skin because we think we need to kill all the bugs to get us truly clean and to protect us. And they're the ones causing the problems. But the microbes on their skin are actually helping us. They are our first defense against all the things that cause, all the irritations that cause eczema out there. And what's actually causing us to develop sensitive skin and eczema is because we don't have enough of these microbes protecting us. We keep on washing it off. We keep on killing it off. And that is not an intuitive, based on everything we've learned in school, that is not intuitive. You really, these days, you have to search for that answer and you have to experience it in a way. Like I experienced it when I decreased the number of baths and I started using these gentle cleansers, and I see something like that improving my son's skin. I had to experience that to truly believe that it's there and it's working. And yeah, there's a lot of education that has to be shared. But yeah, there's microbes on our skin and they're working for us. They've been there forever. Not something new, something we're learning about. But I think in the next few years and in the next decades, we'll really see lots more education about the microbiome. And in my community, I'm sharing it with moms for the first time. So I understand.
Thank you so much.
Love this. Once again, friends, if you have questions for Shelly, throw them in the chat. Shelly, can you walk us through the why of oil versus water-based, right? Foam versus milk. What's the why behind those choices?
Okay, so one of the first things I liked about our oil-based product is that when I apply it to my skin, I can apply to baby skin right before the bath. Some of the oils absorb into the skin, and that's moisturizing baby skin. And then when you put it in the bath, the rest is washed off, so nothing else is really left on the skin. So here's a way to indirectly, just through cleansing, moisturize baby skin. So that's one of the beauties of oil cleansing, 1. 2, because it's an oil-based formula, I don't need a preservative. Preservatives in formulas, they're there to kill off microbes. And that's what makes this specific cleanser microbiome friendly, because it's not there to kill off the microbes on your skin. It's because it's oil-based, it doesn't need that preservative in there. So that makes it really safe for the microbiome and allows the microbiome to thrive. And I didn't mention this in the presentation, but babies up to the age of 3, little ones up to the age of 3, they're developing that microbiome that they will have with them for the rest of their lives. So it's even more important for little ones from birth to 3 to develop that healthy microbiome. So those are 2 reasons why an oil-based formula is great for little one's skin. And then, so we are so used to soaps that are bubbly and surfactants that have a lot of foam, and they're there too because the surfactants, what they do is they get into the cells, the bacteria cells, and they kind of pop them and erupt them, and that's how they clean. And oils clean differently. It's that attracts like type of understanding. So it's trying to get the excess oils and debris off your skin, and that's how the oils are working. So they're not trying to go out and pop bacterial cells all over the place. They're just trying to attract something else like them, and with the help of the water, remove the excess cells and debris and that's left on the skin in a gentle way. So that's one of the differences using oils as cleansers versus a surfactants, a bubbly surfactants. And oil cleansing is not new. Oil cleansing is an old form of cleansing the skin. We make it a little bit more innovative because it transforms, our oil cleansers transform into that milk, which makes it that much easier to rinse off in water.
Brilliant. And you guys heard, she said, what'd you say? I haven't heard that in years. I missed the good old chemistry days. But thank you so much, friends. Everybody, you all love her. You love the product. Yeah. If you would like for Shelly and Kiss Kiss Goodnight to win this show, you're going to text the number 3 to 520-542-2608. Once again, for Shelly and Kiss Kiss Goodnight, text the number 3 to 520-542-2608. Thank you so much, Shelly. You killed it. I can't wait. I'm going to try it on my own eczema skin. Thank you so much.
Great job.
So great. So great. We've got people like Malthauser in the chat whose entire family loves the products. We've got lots of enthusiasm and excitement. Another shout out to a Target alum in the chat. I see Miss Lisa Birch is hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to Lisa. So excited to see you here. We miss you. Tahaji is still hanging out with us. We always appreciate you for all that you do.
You know, I'm going to be honest. If we ever come back for season 10, I like this format. Everybody's energy is really good. I'm not gonna make any predictions about future seasons, but this has been a ton of fun.
What if we did this format on a real stage?
I like that too. I like writing big checks on big stages.
All right, friends, we're going to see one more founder tonight. If you're hungry, this is
flex, by the way. That was very flexy. I like writing big checks on big stages. I just want to put that out there. Sorry, Alexi. I know you were talking. But...
I want to talk about flexing. Let's talk about flexing with some delicious snacks and falafel. Let's meet our last founder of the night. Let's meet Hamed from Fedora Food.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Hamed. How are you? Thanks for hanging with us.
Oh, absolutely. No, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I'm super excited, really happy to be here. And what a great way to go and start the new year. So I appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you. Let's rock and roll. Make us all hungry.
Absolutely. So out of respect to you guys, so did you want me to not share the slide in PDF form? Not
give
even
me
PDF
just
form,
do it.
just talk.
Just talk. Yeah.
Just talk it
Yeah,
out.
you can
Awesome.
just talk through it.
Sure. So my name is Hamed Hamad, and I'm the owner and founder of Fedora Food, and we make our famous falafel dough. My love for falafel, it started so young. My father was a wonderful caterer in Cleveland, Ohio, since the late 1970s, early 1980s. And I never really appreciated the kitchen until I started working with him. So I was like his right-hand man ever since I was a teenager. And I remember, I mean, he would make everything from scratch. Baba ganoush, hummus. He would roast the eggplant for hours and hours at a time. But the one food that was beloved amongst all his customers was his falafel. So the meat lovers, the vegetarians, the vegans all united. So same thing in the Middle East. If you go to the Middle, if we all took an airplane right now to the Middle East, falafel is a beloved entree, a beloved food because it's so jam-packed with protein. So now that it's getting more and more, it's slowly getting popular, not as much as hummus in the West, but it really does bring both food styles together. No one currently on the market actually sells authentic falafel dough. Right now, you'll find powders, dehydrated mixes, pre-balled, partially cooked. But what we do is we authentically grind, spice, season, and we package the falafel in 16-ounce containers. So it's a frozen item. So that's what we do. So we authentically grind, spice, season, and package it, where we leave you with the very full control over how you make it yourself. You can bake it, you can fry it, you can air fry it, and even the raw vegan can eat it as well. It's raw vegan. So I like to go ahead and tell people you don't have to be a vegan to be able to like falafel, because falafel is eaten by more meat lovers and meat eaters than vegetarians. So what a wonderful way to bring both people together. So I always like to say we take away the stress and the mess of making authentic falafel for you. We keep the consistency perfect, the flavor wonderful, and we make it in long batches. So you no longer have to use the dehydrated powders, the mixes, or even your food processor. And we always keep the price point very affordable as well. So we do all that for you. The way it works, super simple. You scoop and you cook. That's all you got to do. Just let it thaw naturally overnight. And then you scoop and you ball up your falafel patties or the falafel balls, whichever you prefer, and you cook it how you like it. Although we are not the only ones who make falafel, we do make it best, and we love standing out amongst our competitors. We are vegan friendly, gluten free. Obviously, to our region here in Ohio, we are local, so we source everything. And believe it or not, one really cool tidbit is I traced every single ingredient in my product, and actually it's traced to either a family-owned or a small business farm. From the chickpeas in the Dakotas all the way to the cilantro here in Ohio, every single ingredient is actually traced back to a wonderful family-owned business. So I love that. So I like to go and toot our own little horn about that. We make our money predominantly in the retail sector, but we're trying to push for food services as well. So that would be very profitable, but we need the help to scale up for that as well. Our falafel is currently, it sells with the help of in-store demos. We still do that to the present day. We do a lot of demos, promos, and with the help of micro-influencers as well. And not only, I like to tell people, not only is there a need for authentic foods, but falafel is thriving in need as well. So according to Mintel, believe it or not, 64% of people who purchase falafel purchase it because they don't want to make it from scratch. So we've already hit that right on the bullseye. So 64% of people who buy falafel buy it because they don't want to make it from scratch. And we like that. So, and more importantly, we want people to create unforgettable experiences. I remember one time last year, I did a demo in Columbus at Raisin Rack, which is a local and all-natural grocery store. And there was a gentleman, non-Middle Eastern, but his ex-wife was. And they were always battling custody with with their child. And believe it or not, he wrote me a month after the demo. And he said to me, he emailed me and said, may I talk to you? It's about your falafel. So I said, I hope it's good news. So it's like, and it was, not only was it good news, it was great news. He just wanted to tell me that when he made the falafel for his son on a weekend where he had his son, his son told him that it was better than tetas, which means grandmother in Arabic. And he literally said to me that you were the catalyst to my healing with my son. Because he was able to make authentic falafel for his son because it was his favorite food. And then the son now is won over by the falafel because his dad can now be able to make it for him. So I love the fact. So we want to be able to create that bridge, to create that gap. So we meet people that have never tried falafel before, but the fact that we have a gentleman who his son loves falafel as well. So we want the roommate who's vegan, create it for their roommate. We want the meat lover who loves falafel already. We want the person who's looking for a high protein item to be able to have full control over their food, their body, the oil intake as well. So we love the fact that this little product, this humble little product, can satisfy all those needs altogether. Although I started the company also from scratch, I also love to thank everyone that was involved. Lightship, Target, our distributor, every little piece of the puzzle that came together made everything just so beautiful and so wonderful. This didn't come easy. The last couple of years have been really a whirlwind. I'll tell you that. I started the farmers market in January of 2020, and we all know what happened right after that. No one had any idea. So I persevered. I literally had to market my product for 1 whole year as a food vendor at the farmers market without giving a morsel of food out. So that was it was profitable. It was hard, but you know what, to be honest with you, but I did it. I did it. And to have consumer faith in the midst of COVID, right in the heart of it all, wearing a mask, you can't even see, you can only see the you know what I mean? Like just my eyes as the only thing that's speaking. You couldn't see the smiles. You couldn't see anything. So the fact that I was able to market a food item without giving you a food sample was very interesting, but I did it. So I did that. And then of course, in 21 and 2022, all of last year, the last 2 years, I focused on retail and food service. And this year I am working so hard on a national collaboration with a national frozen food company that ended up loving our falafel so much, they ordered it the second time so they can do a larger panel, and they want to use our falafel as their falafel entree. So I'm super excited. So we're still dealing with that, and I hope that by 2025, we want to dominate the falafel sector. So we want to be the king of falafel by 2025. And just the way that they used to call my father the king of falafel, we want to be the kings of falafel by 2025. I would love that.
Wallahi, you'll make it happen. I promise you will. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Everyone
much.
in the comments is telling us how delicious this is. I can't wait to grab some. Let's start with our friendly vegan, Candace.
Awesome. Thank you. You know, Hamid, I'm from Northwest Ohio, so I'm from Toledo.
Well, that's awesome. Hello, Ohio, and I love it.
Yeah, and bar none, I think that kind of that area right around the lake has so much great Middle Eastern food.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't understand the depth of the community there. I've been lots of places in my life, but between Cleveland, Toledo, and Detroit, you can get some of the most excellent food in the world. Is this a family recipe or a modified family recipe?
It is a untouched family recipe for over 40 years. Untouched.
Okay. And is it, you know, unfortunately, the freezer section, you've seen it, has a regular falafel and a spicy falafel. Is this just family like just one flavor?
For right now, it's actually one flavor. And believe it or not, it's actually very medium and very evenly spiced. So even kids love it too. It's ground, spiced, and seasoned to perfection. Where the majority of the taste buds can really tolerate and enjoy the product. And the ingredients are so simple and so pure. But yeah, for right now, this is, speaking of flavors, we actually would love to work on another vegan, believe it or not, it used to be called the poor man's food. It's a rice and bean dish known in the Middle East. And I would love for that to be item number 2. I have an item number 2 and number 3, but again, it would take a lot of money and resources to be able, it took a lot just to get this one product rolling. But yes, to answer your question, would I be open-minded to another flavor of falafel? Absolutely. I would love to tango with that. And I would love to release that rice dish that used to be called the poor man's dish. And right now, nobody.
What was it called? What's it called?
It's mujaddara. It's so delicious.
Okay.
So good.
My other question is, what's the price point of the tub? And then just to piggyback on that,
Yeah.
how many falafel do you get out of one?
Absolutely. No, that's a great question. So a 16-ounce container will get you, if you follow the directions on the back of the container and make your falafels about 2 inches in diameter, you will get 16 to 18 falafels guaranteed. We will never lead you astray. You'll always get that range. And we sell it right now in premium stores. They have it for $8.99. And the independent mom and pop stores that we personally deliver to without a distributor, they're able to keep that at $7.99.
And this is, I guess, a selfish question.
No, not at all.
So after I thaw it out in the refrigerator, am I making them all at once, or can I like scoop them out throughout the week, or do some people just cook them all at the same time and then pull them out of the fridge as needed?
Yes to all your questions. Absolutely. So even if the whole thing is thawed out, we let people know right behind on the back of the container that the falafel, once thawed, is good for a solid 7 days. So you can literally, it will not change and it's fine for 7 days or 1 year in the freezer. So, and whatever you don't use, you are more than welcome to refreeze it as well. It is very good if you refreeze it, use the rest the week after that. Absolutely.
Perfect. Brian?
Nothing goes to waste.
I've got a question that, again, I think I know the answer to, but I want to give you a chance to talk about it.
Sure.
Oftentimes when we have products like these, people don't realize that it's not just one ethnic group that's buying these products, right? It's actually people's flavor palettes are growing and changing and evolving. It's more about awareness than it is necessarily about like or dislike or, what your background is. I think Candace and I grew up, actually, Candace had a very advanced palate growing up, but in my case, very traditional African-American fried chicken, mac and cheese. But I like all these things now as I've grown more aware of them, right? So tell me about the market, how it's evolving, how it's growing, and how you're capturing all these new minds.
Oh, absolutely. So when we do demos, whether it's the farmers market back then or even now when we do in-store demos, especially after the COVID situation kind of simmered down a little bit, and then stores started allowing us to come on in. And even when we weren't allowed to give out food during in-store demos, I still asked, can I still come in to talk about the product? Did you know that some GMs of stores thought I was crazy? They said, you just want to go ahead and have a little, like a little stool and a little table just to talk about your product? I said, absolutely. And it did the trick. It was sure better for me to talk about the product to sell it than to have it sit there in the shelf. And believe it or not, I would say 30 to 40% of people whom I talk to never heard of falafel before. So the main winner is when I mention how high in fiber and protein it is. And I end up being told, even this past week, I did a demo Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 3 different stores all weekend. And believe it or not, I would be asked, oh my goodness, I've been looking for a protein substitute. Or you know what? Yeah. And this is coming from people who have never heard of falafel before. For those that have heard of falafel before, they would say, oh, so I don't have to add nothing to it. I don't have to go to so-and-so restaurant. I'm like, listen, take ownership of that. You actually have a hand in making that. So when you tell your friends or your neighbor, I made this falafel, damn right you did. So it's like, we did the messy work for you. You cook it how you like it. So take ownership of that. So we love to let people be interactive and to have fun with it and to have full control over how they want to make it. I swear to God, I met an African-American couple who used the falafel, and then when they fried it, before they fried it, you know what they mixed it with? Their favorite nuts to make it extra crunchy. I said, do whatever the hell you want to do with it. Do whatever the hell you want to do with it. And she thought it was the best thing on earth. I said, girl, you get it.
I love that. I love that. I hope there's probably a cool recipe book coming out soon, right? For all your customers.
With the help of customers, exactly. Written by the customers.
So once again, everyone in the chat says it's delicious. Friends, if you have questions, let us know. I don't see any questions though. So if you love Hamid's energy and this falafel and all of the great other products that are coming now, Now is your time to vote for Fedora Food. You're going to text the magic number 4 to 520-542-2608. Once again, the magic number is number 4 to 520-542-2608. Hamed, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
I love falafel. Everyone on this call loves falafel. Now I'm hungry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
What
Aw.
an incredible episode, everyone. And for those of you wondering, we will see Create and Crescent. We'll see them on another episode. So you got to stick with us. We will see them, but on another episode. Thank you so much to everybody for sticking with us tonight. It's been a wild ride. The pictures were all great, though. They were great.
We're on point.
Everyone killed it.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's how people pitch us in real life. We
And
don't
that's
have like
what I'm saying. This is what actually happens to us, right? And it's happened to us too when we pitch. Sometimes you show up, their projector's broken, someone doesn't have the right HDMI cord because they have a Mac. You know, things happen, and sometimes you have to just do it live. So I'm especially appreciative of everyone tonight, our audience members for hanging in with us and hanging in with their favorite companies, for voting, and for our fantastic founders that we met tonight, and for all the other fantastic founders you'll meet on the show for the rest of the season. Guys, we'll be right here Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be here for a couple of weeks. It's going to be a party. We're excited to see you again then. Until then, good night.
Thanks.
Good night.